So today I'm going to put this ZZP front strut tower brace on. First thing I'm going to do is take out these 3 bolts on either side. Looks like they're a 13 mil. I also, on this, I used this 18 millimeter wrench and just loosened these nuts on either side, just so you can move this around once we put it up on there. Give it a little bit of wiggle room while we get the 2 sides on there. So really, so far all I've got here is ratchet 18 mil, 13 mil, and then a 5/8 and 11/16 for this guy. So I'm going to start tearing this apart and then we'll get her on there. Okay, so with those 6 bolts off of each strut tower, ZZP provides these thick washers here in this back here. And it looks like what they do is they just slip over and they kind of make up that gap for this part of the strut tower there. So there's one for each bolt, so I'm going to put all 6 of those on. They also give you these other bolts, but I don't know if that's for a different application or if you're taking the actual whole strut tower apart and all that, which I'm not doing, so just hang on to those, I guess, or use them in your application. Maybe they're for the Camaros or something, I don't know. But yeah, let's put all these washers on and get it fitted. Okay, so with those 6 washers on, I just did a quick test fit of this. I did have to back off this on either side. I just backed it off, tried to eye it up the same amount on each side, so that way both of these will fit on there pretty snug. So this side was a little bit tight, so I'm going to try to put that one on first and then put the bolts on it. This other side was pretty easy to go on, so I'm going to start with this left side, get it a little bit snug down, and then work on this side, and then just adjust this top part to where it's centered over the engine here and lock her up. Okay, so I just hand tightened all these bolts on there. I did have to use this rubber mallet to hammer this side down. Like I said, this one was a little bit more snug on this side, and the other one slipped right on, so I don't know if that's just the way it is or just a manufacturer deflaw on this side, but it was no big deal. Just a couple hits to the this side with the rubber mallet, put it right down on there. So I'm gonna straighten this top part out so that it's sitting, straight across over the engine here. Tighten up these screws on either side. It seemed like they were an 18 mil to me. And then I will adjust this center bolt after I get everything locked and loaded. So also, when you're going to shut your hood for the first time, I just noticed it's a little bit tough to shut, but that's only because if you just back all of these guys all the way down, just twist them clockwise until they back all the way down, and then that way that'll give your hood enough clearance to then latch. And just be careful when you shut it for the first time. Just get a feel for it, because it is, up a lot higher than, there was nothing there before. So that was just a little quick thing that I noticed when I went to go close it. So the only tools I really used for this was this 11/16 socket, along with a 5/8 wrench for this big bolt guy right here, which actually really didn't need too much tightening from when it got sent out. You'll need a 13 mil to get the 3 shock tower bolts off. And then I did use this 18 a little bit on this this nut right here. It's kind of on either side of this, just to snug tighten it on there. But I mean, other than that, little rubber mallet for a little persuasion on this side, just to seat it properly. But the other side was perfectly fine, so could just be this brace. It was just a little bit weird on this one side, but other than that, pretty easy. So there you have it. Super quick little install. That's what it looks like when it's all said and done. We got this whole thing figured out. I mean, look at how close that thing is. Looks awesome. They come in red or black. I just did black. I was thinking about painting it yellow to match my calipers and stuff. So we'll see. It would be super easy to just pull this off, paint it, put it back on. But yeah, I have an intake coming from them tomorrow, so I'll do another video on that, and then as I do some other stuff, I'll post some more install videos.